Hi, everybody. Welcome to my grant writing Q&A. I'm Latrina Patrick with Greater Vision Consulting, and I hope that I have come on here right tonight. I had it scheduled, and I was trying to do something else. So let's just hope that everything comes through here tonight. I'm excited to have people join me tonight here on YouTube. So I want to welcome you to our live Q&A. And I am excited to take any questions that I may get tonight. Hopefully I get some questions tonight and some people joining in. And I really hope that I did not mess everything up when I switched over to another live feed. So I'm going to give it a second for some people to come on, because I know that I saw people in the waiting before I went live. And I think I may have just done something wrong. So I'm going to apologize in advance for that. This is my second time going live on YouTube. Went live last week, and so I'm just going to hang out for just a second to make sure that everything goes okay. Just for just a second, but I am going to get started. I know I did something that I should not have done when I opened up a new YouTube, even though I'd scheduled it. So let's just hope and pray that people are able to to come on and join me here. So I'm going to get started. I am Latrina Patrick, as I said before. I am a nonprofit consultant. I have been working in this industry for quite a while, since about 2003. And so I've worked as a grant writer, a nonprofit consultant, a nonprofit leader in many capacities. And so that's really where my experience comes from, is just doing this. And I always tell people, if you want to get into grant writing, the best thing to do is to just get out there, learn as much as you can, and then start doing it. It's really the only way to do it. When I started in 2003, I had a sincere desire just to really help, at that time, the faith-based community. So I just started trying to learn as much as I could, got a job as a grant writer for a nonprofit that was a part of a church. We applied for a grant. They were getting a grant from Citibank at the time, $10,000 grant. We wrote it and we got it. And so that was the first time that I ever done that, after having done this never. I kind of just stumbled into this in this field back in that time. I had been working as a reporter in Columbus, Georgia. My contract was about up. I knew I did not want to stay in news any longer. And I had been doing the education beat. And I was covering a story for one of the teachers over at the high school. It was a magnet school in Columbus, Georgia. And she happened to be a teacher that was very successful in getting grants for Muskogee County schools in different ways, primarily for her school. And she'd been teaching her students to write grants, to help her apply for grants for their magnet school. And when I found out she was teaching her kids, I thought maybe she could teach me. And she had a manual that she wrote for the school district, so other teachers at other schools could apply for funding on their own. And once they did that, I really they were able to learn how to write grants, and I used her manual and I learned how to do it as well. So that was very interesting to me, and that's how I got started. So I just started, learned it, and wrote one. We got it. I was just a stroke of luck. I wasn't great at it, and started learning a little bit more about it, and that's what happened. So the point of the story is to let you know that you can do it. It doesn't take any experience. It just takes, a desire to learn. And once you learn, you can get it done. So I am trying to just do a real quick check. I hate to be doing this, but I'm trying to do a real quick check to make sure that I'm gonna do a real quick check to see if I'm not open on another page. I feel like I have two lives going, and that's not a good thing. So I just want to back out of here for 1 second to see if I'm going to the wrong place. And if I'm not live on another feed here, looks like when I pull up the YouTube channel again, it looks like there is is only the one showing. So let's see here. Okay. Well, my apologies. I know this is going to look really kind of weird in the playback, but I hope that um, people will be able to see on the channel that I'm actually live. I'm going to check one more thing here. And when I go to the channel, it shows that I am live. If I go to the other prompt here, I don't know what I did. And I don't know how to log in there. That's not good. Let's see. I don't know what to do here. This is what happens when you try to go live and you're practicing. I'm trying to let people know. I'm trying to leave a note here. I'm literally up on 2, and this is totally my fault. I think next time I won't try to schedule it. I will just go live. Let's see here. Okay. It says they're waiting for me, and I don't know how to do that. So let me check one more thing. Okay. Well, I messed that up, I'm sure. So I'm going to continue to go in this chat and just go into my plan of action for tonight. So basically, I wanted to pull out some questions that I have. Having done this for a really long time and worked with tons of nonprofits and done tons of trainings, you come across a lot of questions. And I get a lot of questions from people, but to be honest, I mostly get the same questions from different people. A lot of people seem to have the same questions. And so I just want to take on some of those questions and answer some of those questions for you guys. I want to take on one question starting out. I got a question this week, and this is a common question I get. It was an email I received through my website at www.greatervisionconsulting.com. And it was in reference to being a faith-based organization and one that is looking for funding to like build homes and things like that. And I get a lot of questions about, a lot of people want to do transitional homes. They want to build housing for low income, do a lot of things like that, really a lot of good work. And here's the thing about that though, there are very few grants that allow you to, or that provide funding to do capital projects. Now, of course, HUD does that, the Housing and Urban Development, they do a lot of that, but HUD funding is very specific, is very particular about the types of projects that they fund. The other thing is, even when they do provide funding to do builds and things like that, you still have to have funding of your own to bring to the table. This is really a situation where you have to definitely have the fiscal capacity to be able to apply, to even be able to apply for the funding. So if you are starting out, you're a startup, and this is your aspiration to do that, then coming out the gate, you're not going to really be in the best position to get awarded funding like that, primarily because most small nonprofits, or even if you're not, well, when you're starting out, you're pretty small, but even most nonprofits starting out don't have a lot of capacity. And a lot of the smaller ones are definitely coming out not just not having the capacity, but they haven't done anything. And so they don't even have a track record. So it's very difficult to come into something and to try to be eligible for funding for something like that. And so that's when it comes into nonprofits or just nonprofit business. And I talked about this last week, is just like any other business. You really do have to um, you really do have to bring something to the table. You got to have other streams of revenue um, that are available to you. So I'm really thrown off by this live thing here. Because I'm seeing that people are waiting. Okay, let me try something else because this is not.